Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies. Welcome to the graduation session this afternoon. If you would allow me just to quickly talk to you with regards to the portrait photographs taken on stage. With every graduate needs to have one of these yellow cards, please. You bring that to the stage. This will be collected on your way here. Second thing would be your name cards issued by the institution. You bring that to the stage as well. We'll hand this over to the person introducing on the podium. And then I think from row B, you'll bring the degrees. Let's just make it row B. Your hoods with, as Tsep was so kindly demonstrating, that goes over your left forearm, please. Then please proceed once you arrive here. And of course, the sticker to the person introducing you. Then we come to the important part. There's a box made on the floor with tape. That's the exact spot you need to stand in. You cannot stand off it. There's focus and technical issues that's going to happen. So please find it, stand inside it, and we'll take the first photograph. That's first goes on your far left hand side. At the middle of the stage, one of two things is going to happen. The first row, you'll have a look at what from Dr. Singh, and then she'll give you an academic nod. From row B, there you'll kneel. The kneeling box will be put onto the stage. You'll kneel. If for whatever reason you've got long hair on your left hand side, please tie it around your left hand side ear. Open up your face and look her in the eye, please. She wants to have a quick congratulatory talk with you for a second. After that, please proceed to the banding box, where again, one of two things is going to happen. The first row, you'll be congratulated there. Second row, and then above, you'll hand it over to the registrar. Again, you'll find a box. It's specifically offsetted with a reason, for a reason, and then wait for the to move over your face. The moment it passes your chin, will be that exact time that third photo will be taken of you. After that, please leave the stage. You'll move to that table with the ladies with the scroll. Thank you. They'll hand that over to you, and then you leave the hall, go outside, follow the arrow on the floor. A head and shoulders portrait will be taken, and then you'll receive your qualification in paper, and then please return back to your respective seats. This set of photographs are taken of every graduate crossing the stage. However, if you want to have it sent to you in print format or in digital format, then you please need to make an order outside once the procession has left the stage. Also, please feel free to take your friends and family for family photographs, which is taken upstairs. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to our autumn 2023 graduation ceremony. We please ask that all phones be switched to silent. Please remain seated throughout the duration of the ceremony and do not leave the hall unless it is an emergency. Please can we rise for the entry of the academic procession? Thank you.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Chief Academic Officer, I constitute this gathering a congregation of Stadio. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You see, it doesn't work. I've tried good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've tried good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've tried good evening. Let's try again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Emphasis on good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you for sharing this evening with us. I am particularly pleased to share this very special day in Stadio's calendar with all of you, our graduates, because this evening we formally and publicly declare to the world that you have the necessary skills, the competence, and the requisite expertise to go out and practice your discipline. So to our most important guests this evening, our graduates, on behalf of the entire institution, I want to welcome you, and I want to tell you how very proud of you we are. We know, we understand how hard you have worked for this degree. I can only say to you that you deserve the honor that is being bestowed on you this evening, and I hope that you will enjoy the evening with us. However, we know that when we start on a journey of study, it is very rarely that we walk that path alone. And there were many people who walked that journey with you. And as I stand here and as I look out into the audience, I can see the love and the pride and the honor shining in their eyes. And so to all of the husbands, the wives, the children, the other family members, the friends of our graduates, I wish you a very warm welcome as well. And so to the graduates, I'm going to ask you to do something for me, maybe a little bit irregular, but I'm going to ask you to turn around, look for that special person who supported you on this journey and give them a wave. Look at them, turn to them, say thank you to them. And now as you sit there, look to the front, to all of your lecturers who came here this evening to share the celebration with you, and give them a smile to say, thank you. Thank you. Two such important words. And now, turn to that person sitting next to you. Did you look at that person? Say hello and say congratulations. Exactly. Graduates, that's about networking as you go out into this world. Thank you and networking. Two important lessons you should remember. And so to my Stadio colleagues who are serving as functionaries this evening, Ms. Trisha Sunarai, who's the acting registrar, Ms. Bridget Manyacha, who will read the names, Mr. Leonardo Sneyman, who will present the awards, and Ms. Morena Steenkamp, who will do the congratulatory address. To our keynote speaker, Ms. Nicola Aguiros from the Frontier Group, and that probably means nothing to you. But if I said Aldo Shoes, it means a lot. I think I can see many of the women smiling. Nicola's the GM of Aldo Shoes, and then you probably know all the other brands when you hear more about her as well. Nicola, thank you so much for sharing this evening with us. And I believe that the graduates will learn a great deal from your message. So thank you for that. To all my other academic colleagues on stage with me, and to the Stadio staff who are assisting with this graduation ceremony, I say welcome to you, and I thank you for sharing this evening with our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, Stadio is built on the principles of community. And this is a value that we foster and one which we protect rather jealously. We count our graduates as being amongst the most important role players in our Stadio community. And in acknowledgement for what they mean to us, in 2021, Stadio launched the Kulisa Student Share Scheme. Now, are you all aware of the share scheme, the Kulisa Share Scheme? I see some nods. But for those of you who are not, just briefly, what the Kulisa Share Scheme is all about is that Stadio is a listed company. And as a listed company on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, we have shares and we have shareholders. Under the Kulisa Student Share Scheme, Stadio became the first higher education institution in South Africa, and we believe the only institution globally to award shares in the business to our postgraduate students. So by a show of hands, Are there any honors or master students here this evening? Anyone? Honors, masters? Okay, there they are at the back. Well, today, when you cross the stage, not only will you receive your academic certificate, but you will also receive your Stadio share certificate with the shares that have been awarded to you by the business. I sincerely hope that this will be the start of something very special, not just for you, but for your family as well. Ladies and gentlemen, today, I welcome all of you as members of the Stadio community. And I hope that in this evening of celebration, we will forge a relationship that will be enduring. To the graduates, let me emphasize that this is a happy event. I didn't think I needed to say that to you, but as I stand here and look at you, I can count the number of smiles, and I counted 5. Not good, guys. Come on. Today is a happy event. Please smile as you walk across the stage. Let's make this a celebration. But when you come to that little stool in front of the seat where I am sitting, please remember to stop and to kneel. Those of you receiving your degrees, that stool is not a break or a rest stop on your journey across the stage. Okay, I know it's worrying keeping that mortarboard on, and I look at the heels that many of you are wearing. So you probably need that rest, but no, it's not a rest stop. The capping activity is actually a very important part of a graduation ceremony, because it is by virtue of this capping activity that you are formally admitted to your degree. So you don't want to miss it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy this evening together. Clap as loudly as you want. Sing the praises of your favorite son or daughter. Some of you will whistle, some will ululate. We've had people dancing in the aisles. Just appreciate the success that is being feted this evening. However, in your celebration, do remember that there are also other students whose parents would like to hear their names being called. Without further ado, may I warmly welcome all of you again and trust that you will celebrate, smile, be happy for the rest of the evening with us. Welcome.
Thank you very much to our esteemed Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Tobias. It is now my pleasure to call on our guest. Let me just make sure about the name, Nicola Argeros. Apologies for that pronunciation. In her extensive retail career of 15 years plus, she made a point to ensure to gain experience across all retail divisions to acquire a holistic understanding of business development and supply chain management. The passion lies in product development and curation. She has gained extensive knowledge on supplier and factory management, relationship building, as well as ensuring a key balance between pushing design boundaries whilst maintaining a commercial and profitable edge. Her greatest career memories being traveling on trend trips to trade shows and securing both new suppliers as well as bringing home exciting new trends and products. Due to working with large global brands such as Aldo, Guess, Nike, etc., she's gained invaluable international best practice experience in the retail, operational and financial sectors, by overseeing 43 standalone stores, 24 shops in shop locations, and key online wholesale accounts. Managing all top-line operational KPIs as well as financial KPIs, such as OPEX and CAPEX investments to ensure overall EBITDAs are met. I wonder how many of you know what these acronyms mean. Sure that the management students do. Her experience at Superbalist in 2018 allowed her to gain an in-depth knowledge and appreciation for the advances in e-commerce purchasing behaviors, technology, and digital media, giving her a deep understanding of the e-commerce and omni-channel product management. Lastly, she has experience in managing a head office team of 15 plus team members during a very unstable time period, allowing her to grow both her EQ and people management skills to ensure productivity levels are not only maintained but grown. She firmly believes that ensuring a collaborative hub between trend, design, and technological disruption is not only what will keep a brand alive, but to ensure and secure its growth. I look forward to listen to you. Please.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. See what you mean. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations on such an incredible achievement. Today really does mark the end of a chapter in your life, but it is the opening of another. That is so terribly exciting. Thank you for the introduction. It actually fits very well into the two sort of nuggets or the two messages that I really, when I sat down to think about what would I talk about, what would I say to a younger version of myself to help in your career progress. And the introduction works very well, so you can see. I'm honored to have been asked to give some advice to all of the new starters today. I wanted to touch base a little bit on my history. And so to let you know that I actually started way back when at Lysol, which I know is now part of Stadio, and I graduated in 2008. That was back when the school was still in Norwood. The stairs were rickety when you walked up them. And there was only one course available, which was fashion design. And that's basically, yeah, the beginning of my career. And why is that important? When I was in my third year, I won a student award, and that award was to go to GUESS LA, Los Angeles, and to go into the retail side of things, the merchandising side of things. As I said, I was a fashion design student. I had no clue in terms of retail and merchandising and buying, planning, etc. But I took it and I said yes. From there, I moved into trend forecasting, styling. Again, no experience. I got the opportunity. I knew someone who knew someone, again, to networking, and I said yes to that opportunity. I then was lucky enough to move into the marketing sector, the e-commerce sector, and the digital sector. Again, I had no experience in those realms, but I took the opportunity and I said, yes, yes, please. And as mentioned, I am now heading up a brand that is very close to my heart, and I can see close to a lot of people's hearts here, Aldo, and very, very happy in it. And why is this all relevant? Besides making myself feel very old. The relevance comes into fruition that I was sitting down and looking at my career, like I said, to try and pull out some nuggets to offer to the graduating students. And a definite theme that I saw and felt was saying yes to opportunities, being resilient, having the perseverance, the determination, and maybe even the stubbornness to just keep going and keep going. To be truthful, I never ever mapped out my career. I never had a step-by-step plan. I just always said yes to opportunities and was was resilient enough to learn as much as I could from each one. I had jobs, I had bosses, I had leaders that I didn't like, that I quite frankly hated. I had jobs that didn't pay a lot. I had jobs that I worked on the weekend and over holidays. But what did that determine? It determined perseverance and resilience that led me to believe that nothing is a loss, it is just knowledge. And from that alone, you will be able to build a career that is faceted like a diamond. And again, why is that important? For me, it is one of the greatest gifts that I gave myself, was to understand all those facets and then be able to choose which gives me energy and which saps my energy. And I highly encourage you to stick by that. Explore all of your opportunities. Whether you thought that was your path or not, explore them, say yes, learn from it. And then once you have gotten that experience, you can then determine whether you want to stick to that, whether it gives you the energy or whether it saps it. And so that for me was the one part of the equation when I sat down and thought about my career. I was like, excellent, resilience. I managed to find the channels that gave me the energy. But what is that second part of the equation? And that second part of the equation is simply passion. It's simply loving what you do, enjoying it, and having that passion to be stubborn enough to carry on. I think for me, my career obviously stems in fashion, and fashion for me was, as I said, not just about clothes. It was about expressing yourself, creating something new and pushing boundaries, all wrapped up in a passionate gift. As the iconic Coco Chanel said, fashion is not something that exists in dresses only, but fashion is in the sky, it's in the streets, it's in the streets, and it's also to do with your ideas, the way we live and what's happening around us. You as fashion graduates tonight have the power to change not the world, but your world through your ideas and through your designs. You get the opportunity to change stereotypes. You get the opportunity to challenge old conventions. You get the opportunity to create inclusivity and new thinking and inspire others to be bold and daring. To quote another significant designer who has challenged the world, Marc Jacobs, clothes mean nothing until someone lives in them. And so on that note, what I would like to say is, as you embark on this new journey, remember, success doesn't come overnight. It takes hard work, it takes perseverance, resilience, and it takes a willingness to learn not only from your failures, but from your overall experiences. And I leave you with, go and do it. Be passionate, go get them.
Thank you very much, Nicola. I'm sure she didn't speak only to the fashion students. I'm sure all of you could get some inspiration from hearing from an old student who made it, and that it can be you in 10 years' time. So now to the main business of the evening, which is presenting the qualifications for capping. Let me call on Ms. Bridget Panyaga to present the names. Thank you.
Good evening. We must be excited. This is the moment we're all here. Graduates, please be here. The rule is to smile. Smile. And parents and partners at the back, please let's cheer for everyone. Thank you. CEO, I request you to confer the higher certificate in fashion retail on the following students. The certificate is an NQF level 5 qualification with 120 credits and 10 modules. Ngobisa Kani. Aphelele Nonzaba. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAA, I request you to confer the diploma in fashion on the following students. The diploma is an NQF level 6 qualification with 360 credits and 22 modules. Hawa Yusuf. Annabelle Ayuk. Lungile Matlangu. Teresa More. Mubi Musehle. Bugwabo Pampe. Atlarelang Twele. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAO, I request you to confer the diploma in grade R teaching on the following students. The diploma is an NQF level 6 qualification with 390 credits and 29 modules. Ke o leboga e thusang. Gugulethu Manana. Zandile Mbosi. Nazo ke. Zelda Smith. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. Let's give them another round of applause, please. CAO, I request you to confer the presentation of postgraduate certificates in education in senior phase and further education and training teaching on the following students. The postgraduate certificate is an NQF level 7 qualification with 128 credits and 8 modules. Muhadi Uloka. Brittany Boyce. Mfumo Chabalala. Take your time. Adivao Goliata. Sadia Govinda. Matlori Shungwani. Akifa Kaji. Wait. Passed with 5 distinctions. Nicole Kemp, passed with 4 distinctions. Notando Fakudze. Olile Kumalo. We need more of those. Tigen Marie Clem, passed with 4 distinctions. Mahotso Liboko, passed cum laude with 6 distinctions. Malumisho Lisufi. Maviale Maila. Nelson Makakane. Aluwani Makhani passed with 4 distinctions. Deviled Making. Musiye Makala. Nchembo Maholele passed cum laude with 6 distinctions. Aminath Manzini. Sudden Mashaba. Khabo Matlou. Dele Mabungu. Humbulani Mbezi. Sanaga Maraga passed with 4 distinctions. Liyabona Mgidi. Cindy? Take your time. Cindy Swa Mhlanga passed cum laude with 5 distinctions. Caitlin Mittendorf passed cum laude with 7 distinctions. Lebogang Modise. You're doing good. Thabo Mokaleng. Pilani Muhakane. Tumelo Muhoko. Siphosihle Moyakhe. Takusani Mpapuli. Tirinabo Mudau. Hlonipho Mudau. More blessing Mutetwa. Ngobile Ndebele. Lovedale Ngwenya. Abraham Pejane. Dineo Raupala. Bianca Skuman, passed cum laude with 8 distinctions. Anzele Schultz, passed cum laude with 6 distinctions. Dimakazo Siepe, passed cum laude with 6 distinctions. Metiamahulu Siepe. Roshet Shikwambana. Bawinile Sibanyoni. Zamaswazi Sitebe, passed with 5 distinctions. Santi Standard. Patricia Swaedi. Nomuti Chavangu, passed cum laude with 4 distinctions. Rifilwe Tsotetsi. Shannon Ace, passed cum laude with 8 distinctions. Inga van Rooyen, passed with 4 distinctions. Twanelo Muruane. Tisejo Jemina Kale. Nyeleti Chatwayo. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Commerce in Fashion on the following students. The degrees and NQF level 7 qualification with 373 credits and 29 modules. Anna, wait, Anna, the legs. Hannah Jamison. Nolene Leroux. Isha, relax. Keisha Simpe. Enjoy a minute on the stage, don't run through it. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Education in Foundation Phase teaching on the following students. The degrees and NQF level 7 qualification with 516 credits and 40 modules. Tunduka Bekwa. Michelle Celia, passed cum laude with 37 distinctions. Jessica Lindale Clark. Nicole Cruz. Yumaira Ibrahim. Simone Enslin. Monica Ferreira. Daniele Flint, passed cum laude with 21 distinctions. Tamrin Grun. Let's keep clapping. Sunaina Jibos. Bianca Light. Minei Ilube, passed with 20 distinctions. Promise Matlangu. Chehofacho Maimela. Kelezo Manguruane. Sinonzulu Mapekula. Eunice Maslow. Laureen McCoy, passed cum laude with 33 distinctions. Hyra Miller. Lirato Nechandama. Justin Pereira. Uitumelo Taka. Jordan Towell. Neo Tokela. Melissa Van Veek, passed cum laude with 25 distinctions. Anzele Van Veek. Theon Haji. The persons whose names were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Business Administration on the following students. The degrees in NQF Level 7 qualification with 360 credits and 18 modules. Syrian Mabaso. Waitse NATO. Rinae Nemahwi. Mfumedzeni Nechiomvani. Elekanyani Nevilimati. Nontobeko Ngema. Maputi Ngobeni. Thandeka Ngwenya. Landiwe Nhleko. Thembekazi Kampi. Muiponi Mkhodi. Ramadimeja Ntwampi. Ududu Bali. Iris Peterson. Madikwane Patlane. Monica Pakalani. Let's keep the hands going. Thank you. Valesa Polchodi. Prudence Ramaisa. Risoketwi Ramela. Kwena Ramutla. Udaheni Ramagoshi. Kamugelo Sieletsi. Mashia Shivambu. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAE, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Arts honors in fashion on the following students. The degrees and NQF level 8 qualification with 120 credits in 5 modules. Serena Balram. Jamie Denton, passed cum laude with 5 distinctions. Savannah Gover. Linda Grobler, passed cum laude. Linda? Linda Grobler, passed cum laude with 3 distinctions. Petros Liru Tupisani. Abia Masase. Lebogang Matibe, passed cum laude with 4 distinctions. Ritabile Mulife. Ingrid Swart. Kahara van der Bank. Daniela Wilson, passed with 3 distinctions. Daniela? Gabriela Batkama, passed cum laude with 3 distinctions. Michaela. It's your time. Michaela Pereira. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Business Administration honors on the following students. The degrees in NQF level 8 qualification with 132 credits and 9 modules. Nonhlanhla Phatlane. Phathutshedzo Nedzingahe. Popolo Ragatla. Christian Sabela. Naledi Sibulai. Mihloti Shirinda. Tinyiko Siwela passed with 4 distinctions. Vila Titus. Let's clap hands. Thank you. Uhone Chigubo. Tato Aba. The persons whose name were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAO, I request you to confer the higher certificate in preschool education on the following students. The certificate is an NQF level 5 qualification with 126 credits and 8 modules. Hazimla Zonke. The persons whose names were not read but appear in the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. CAO, I request you to confer the presentation of postgraduate certificate in education in senior first and further education and training teaching on the following student. The postgraduate certificate is an NQF level 7 qualification with 128 credits and 8 modules. Unolo Sidupe. Can we give our graduates another round of applause, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget. You've done a sterling job. I think she also deserves a round of applause for her hard work. We're nearly done. We just have a couple of activities left on the program. But I must say I was impressed by the pride that I saw there at the back, owning their candidates as they walked across the stage. I would like to call now on Mr. Henk de Jager for the awards. He will be assisted by Leonardo Snyman. Thank you.
CAO, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the following top achievers. This is a category of all overall achievement awards. To qualify for this award, the student need to achieve an overall average of at least 75% on their first attempt in order to be considered for this award. And the winner is Lebogang Matibe. And this is for the Bachelor's of Arts honors in fashion with an overall achievement average of 76.8%. Let's give her another round of applause.
Thank you very much, Henk and Leonardo. I would like to call now on Ms. Marina Steenkamp, the head of school, the School of Fashion, to do the congratulatory address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a joyous occasion and what an absolutely lovely sight. I feel privileged to stand here and to look at a sea of happy faces. There is nothing more uplifting and energizing than a graduation ceremony. Let me start off by saying congratulations. Congratulations on behalf of Stadio, your lecturers, your administrators, your staff. Congratulations.
Not only have you dreamed of success, but you have also made it happen. For many of you, it has been several years of hard work to earn your place at this graduation ceremony. However long it has been, I am sure you can all remember the day you enrolled at Stadio, either at your campus or from where you lived at the time. And if you think back, think if you can remember the anxiety of not knowing what lay ahead, the excitement when you were admitted to the program of your choice, receiving your first study guide and looking at the list of tasks and due dates. Yes. Then the day of your first exam, the nerves, and then the relief when you recognize the questions in the paper. The long wait for the exam results, followed mostly by joy, but sometimes by a bit of disappointment. It has certainly been a journey of ups and downs, of hard work, of sacrifice, and most of all, commitment. Many of you are employed and had to balance the demands of full-time employment with family life and studies in between. I'm sure there were weekends where you had to tell friends or family that you had to stay home and study. Maybe there were days when you were ready to quit. Yet, all of you sitting here today found that extra strength and that much needed time to tackle your studies and to successfully achieve your qualification. Many students dropped out because they couldn't cope with the pressures. But you persevered. And for that, we all salute you. But you did not get to today's occasion on your own. You were supported and cheered on by the parents, the uncles, the aunts, the spouses, perhaps even by the children, the bosses, and by some of your inspiring lecturers. Some of your loved ones worked long hours to fund your studies. Others drove you to campus or printed out your assignments. Sometimes it took a simple, "How are you doing?" from a friend or colleague to inspire you to keep going on. I want to encourage you to take a moment today to reflect on those people that contributed to your journey. If they are not here with you today, please take the time to call them and to tell them how much their support meant to you. Gratitude improves our quality of life many times over. Speaking about gratitude, if you have received a degree here today, you need to appreciate the fact that you are one of only 6% of South Africans who have a tertiary degree. 94 out of every 100 South Africans have not achieved what you have achieved today, obviously for a variety of reasons. And unfortunately, many of those reasons relate to financial constraints and a lack of opportunity. Some lack motivation or a vision of what is possible. But as one of the fortunate 6% of South African graduates, your success will be an inspiration. Inspiration to someone in your family or in your community. The late President Nelson Mandela said that when you let your own light shine, you unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Use this opportunity wisely to motivate others to study, cheer them on, or even assist them with funding their studies, should you be in a position to do so. Be the graduate who makes a difference in the lives of others. There's a strong research evidence that it's not the skills or knowledge of a person that will ultimately determine his or her success in life, but rather the person's attitude, motives, and values. At Stadio, we are unashamedly committed to the well-being of our societies and our country. You are the hands and feet of Stadio and the community, and we have confidence that, as one of our graduates, you are equipped and competent to use your education to change lives. In closing, thank you for choosing Stadio as your education partner. We certainly hope we have inspired you to continue with your studies and to chase more of your dreams. We congratulate you on your success, and we wish you well on your journey. Go out and make Stadio proud and have a wonderful evening of celebrations. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina, and I hope the graduates listened well. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of the national anthem, and please remain standing to enable the CAO to dissolve the congregation and the academic procession to leave the hall. Please rise.
By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I now dissolve this congregation of Stadio.